Hello, my beautiful mystic hearts, and welcome to today's love reading. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a you versus them check in today, just to see where you're at with this connection, just to see what's around you at the moment. And then we'll tap into the person on your mind as well, just to see what's around them, just to see where they currently are with this connection as well. So let's get straight into it. So we'll go straight into the tarot today. It'll be interesting with these cards. This is a lover's deck, and there are 4 lovers cards in this. So we've got just the standard lovers, and then we've also got a masculine, 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 feminine, and feminine, feminine cards as well. So it'll be interesting to see if any of those cards do actually come out in today's reading. Yeah, just to see what messages come through. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm just going to shuffle this deck here just to get your energy into these cards. And then just really pulls through what's happening around you at the moment, and where you're feeling you are in this connection. So let's get into it. All right, I do already have cards coming out at me, so I will take this. I haven't completely shuffled the deck yet, but we've already got, it's a Page of Swords. It's already come out. All right, I'm not going to take this card. Just bear with me. They are all, as I said, they're already trying to jump out at me. So let's just shuffle this deck properly to start with. And immediately we split the deck onto these cards. So we've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse, and we've also got the Five of Wands in reverse. So interesting that we would have both Wands cards here. So there's a lot of fire at the moment around you at the moment. So a lot of action, a lot of energy. You also could be dealing with a fire sign as well. So we could be dealing with a Leo, a Sagittarius as well. It just immediately came straight to my mind as well. Or you could also be a fire sign. So the person on your mind could be a fire sign, or you could be a fire sign. Or it could just be that there's just a lot of action going on around you at the moment. So if we deal with the Queen of Wands to start with, so this is like your ruling energy at the moment. This is overall what's happening. And the Queen of Wands, so she in the upright is a very she's a really beautiful queen. She knows exactly what she wants. She's very driven. She's very action bound, like, so she knows exactly which road she's going to take. She's also a very beautiful queen. I see her as very charismatic, very enticing. In the reverse, though, it's sort of the opposite of that, right? So it seems like this connection, you've been dealing with someone who is in the reverse of that energy. So it's a bit of a wounded feminine energy, if I'm honest. It can be quite jealous, sort of lacking direction as well, the Queen of Wands in reverse. Not really sure which way to go as well. So I think this might be the masculine, if I'm honest, that you've been dealing with, or at least when you guys were in connection, then that was the type of energy that you've been dealing with. We've then got the wands, the Five of Wands, but in the reverse. So this is very much around conflict, right? Is the Five of Wands in the upright is all around conflict, and really it's a really, like I said, really fiery energy. I think there was a lot of conflicts between you and your masculine when you guys were actually together. But in the reverse, it's trying to harness that. It's trying to come up with better ways of handling conflict, of trying to come out of that real Five of Wands energy and try to find healthier ways of communication, healthier ways of dealing with each other, is what I'm hearing straight away. So I think that you have been dealing with someone who may have been a little immature, and I'm just looking at the Page of Swords there as well. But someone may be a little bit immature, a little bit jealous, a little bit sneaky with that Queen of Wands in reverse as well. But you're trying to find healthier ways, new cycles, trying to find just really healthier ways of dealing with it. I would say too that you might have also been in this energy a little bit in this energy as well. And if you are dealing with a divine counterpart, then you will be mirroring each other in a lot of ways as well. So if you were seeing this in this person, then chances are they were mirroring back to you parts of your shadow that you have to heal out as well. So that Queen of Wands in reverse energy. Um, I just always like I just get the feeling like you always need to like be looking over your shoulder always, or you felt like you were looking over your shoulder, always sort of guarded and a little bit jealous and not really trusting people is really what I'm feeling for this collective. But like I said, I think that is all part of your shadow that you've been trying to heal out. Also, it's a quite an argumentative energy as well. So jealous and argumentative is what I'm hearing. Maybe not the best way of dealing with conflict. And to be honest, you might have even been a little bit toxic with the way you were dealing with people, especially when you got fired up about something, especially when you got your back up about something. But like I said, you have been trying to heal this out, trying to actually, step into that Five of Wands in reverse energy. So actually trying to come out of that conflict. All right, so let's just keep breaking this down. Just for your energy at the moment. So what's around you with just regards to this connection? I'll just get one more card just to complete your top row here. Oh, I've actually got two that wanted to come out, so let's try and make these fit. We do have a Lovers in reverse. We've actually got the two feminines came out here. So that's very interesting. So you might really, oh, sorry, no, it's not the two feminines. It's actually, it's a masculine feminine here. All right, so you probably do identify with a masculine feminine energy in your connection. If this is you, doesn't necessarily matter which meat vessel you are in. This is not a gendered reading as such. I might have to leave this down here, guys, because I'm running out of space with these cards. We'll come back to this one. All right, so if we're just dealing with this top row here. So your current energy is really around Page of Swords in the upright, which means a Page of Swords in the upright is very much around truth seeking. Right, so it's about a truth that's about to come through to you. You may have just had a truth or a revelation. Your masculine may have actually just reached out. I'm just hearing, or you're feeling like they may be just about to reach out to you. Intuitively, you might be feeling that, but that's what that Page of Swords is all about. It's actually someone coming forward, making contact with you. It's a real revelation card. So potentially that there were truths hidden that this masculine is coming through with. Like I said, either you've just received a text message or you can intuitively feel that this is coming through to you, that there is something on this masculine's mind that he's going to have to really come through and be honest with you about. It's also my card of honesty as well, which is fitting here because we've got the moon, right, which is all about intuition and being able to see through the dark. It's all about, it can also be a card around things that were kept in the dark from you. So interesting that would also come up with against the Page of Swords here. This is all around truth. So you're very much in a truth-seeking phase at the moment. Like I said, I think that either something has just come through to you or you're intuitively feeling that something's about to come through. But yes, while you were in this connection, you definitely feel that this person kept you in the dark in things. I'm also getting the feeling like this person may have made you feel like a third party. I'm getting my third party card. I'm just seeing that. So I don't know if this person, when you were in the connection with them, ever actually made you feel like a priority, and that there were always other priorities in front of you, is what I'm hearing. And also, it's quite a sort of that sneaky card as well, the Moon card, um, especially because this is in this row here actually speaks to blockers as well. So I think that in this scenario, then the Moon is definitely speaking to things that were hidden. Either you've got intuition about this, or you actually know that there were truths hidden from you. I also think that this is what ultimately led to the separation between the two of you as well, as whatever was kept in the dark here. Because it's the Moon card, which is all around intuition, I think that you intuitively knew what was going on in the background. But I don't think that this has ever come through. The truth has never been revealed to you, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I think you're very strong in your intuition. I think that you can really feel when things are about to happen, which is why I think that you've got this Page of Swords. You're waiting for this truth to come through from this person. The more I'm getting into this energy, I don't actually think that anything has come across your table yet. I think that you have been in separation from this person for quite some time. We will get further cards, I'm sure, that will be able to confirm this. But yes, I definitely think that it's been some time since you've heard from this person. I do think that there's separation here. I think actually distance. For some reason, I just heard 2 hours straight away, whether that's by car, could also be a plane trip away, could also be 2 hours as well. I just heard that. But yes, I do think that there were things, yes, you intuitively know were hidden from you. And like I said, I think this is what then ultimately led to the separation between the two of you. Also, too, I want to say that the Moon is also one of it's a real Empress energy as well. So that divine feminine, well, Empress energy, yes, but divine feminine energy as well. So I think you are definitely identifying with a divine feminine, divine masculine connection, is what I'm hearing. So you definitely think that this person is your divine counterpart. I also heard too, though, that you are using this time wisely, that this time in separation, you have been working on your own shadow. If you do identify with the twin flame journey or with a divine counterpart connection, then the time and separation is supposed to be used to heal out that shadow, that childhood wounding that we've been carrying around since we were very young. Typically, 3-4 years old, when we're taught how to, manage conflict and just the world around us. We start to develop those childhood wounds from quite a young age. If we've had a bit of a difficult upbringing, but I've heard that that's what you're learning to heal out from. And just things like, so if you're a divine feminine, then you would probably identify with the longing veil, or the that real fear of abandonment veil. So probably you've been a chaser energy as well, I would say. But really learning how to heal out that fear of abandonment, that need to have validation from others, and learning how to actually find that self-esteem and find that validation within yourself, is what I was hearing. Which then leaves us to the Hermit here. So as I'm going off on that tangent, I've just said, and this is the Hermit. We've got the Hermit coming in reverse. The Hermit's also Virgo energy as well. So you could be dealing with, or you could be an earth sign. We've got a lot of fire here, but we also could have earth as well. So Virgo, of course, but Taurus or Capricorn as well. but just a lot of earth energy, grounding energy, which is the Hermit. So in the upright, then you've really been reflecting, and this is where this is coming back to what I was picking up on, is you've been really using this time to reflect, to work on your shadow, to heal out from those scars, that wounding that you need to heal out, which is a really tough journey. So you should be commended for it. But I feel that you've been on this journey for quite some time, which means you will have met your masculine or been brought into union with your masculine quite some time ago. I'm hearing a few months ago, at least 6 months or so is what I was hearing straight away. So in the upright, it's all around reflection. In the reverse, though, it's still reflecting, but it's also the card of around isolation. So you could have been in isolation a little bit at the moment, just while you're healing out. I just heard that you're just keeping yourself a little bit quiet at the moment, just trying to heal out your shadow, doing some really deep childhood wounding work. But in isolation at the moment, so not really conversing very much. I just heard that you haven't really been interacting very much with family either. I just heard that family is very important to you, but you don't maybe have been isolating yourself from the family a little bit of late as you're going through this healing journey. I also heard, though, that you know now what you're willing to accept and not accept from relationships, though, that this time while you've been hermiting and keeping yourself quite isolated has been for the better for you, because it has really given you that time and space to really reflect on that scarring, on that childhood wounding, and giving you an opportunity to really heal that out. And then we've got the Chariot. We don't have the Chariot. We have the Cups. So this is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups in the upright, or the chalices, or in this deck, but the Cups is all around really leaving behind that doesn't serve you. So, which is what you've been doing, is you've been really looking at your shadow, really working on that, really healing out those traumas and leaving behind that no longer serves you. The fact that it's in the upright means that there may have been some blockers here. Maybe you're struggling a little bit with the journey at the moment. I'm just hearing that. Maybe you're scared that you're about to start new cycles again with this person. I'll get another card just to confirm this. Actually, I'll get some more cards here. But I'm just feeling that maybe, in fact, I might even just get one now. I just want to confirm this Eight of Cups in reverse. What's this Eight of Cups in reverse about? Interesting. So we've got the Three of Cups the Three of Coins. For this. So that's really interesting. The Three of Coins would come up under this, because the Three of Coins is all about reaching out to people, right? It's all around being the student, about learning new things. It's really my student card. It's also collaboration with others. So if you've got the Eight of Cups in reverse, but then you've got the collaboration with others and things, I think that we're coming back to this Hermit card in reverse, that I think that you have been keeping yourself in isolation at the moment, that maybe you haven't been reaching out to people, is what I'm hearing. And as a result of that, I think that you are starting to think, what is this journey about? Am I really closing out these cycles? I think that you might be feeling just a little bit downtrodden at the moment, is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hearing, because I'm just here because maybe the time that's been between the two of you. Like I said, I'm going to get some other cards here just to confirm. I might actually just get the Love Oracle as well. But I'm just hearing that time might be a real factor here, and that you haven't been reaching out to people, which is, it's just difficult for you to be moving on, and you're just getting doubts, just doubts about the whole process is what I'm hearing. Which is, I do feel for you for sure, because this journey is not easy. Anyone that has been on this twin flame divine connection journey, it is not easy. And it's not a quick journey either. Like, it takes time. It takes time to heal out. It's generally quite some time that you're in separation from your masculine as well, which is leading me to this card here. So we've got, so the Lovers. So this is the masculine feminine. So confirming that you do see this person as your divine counterpart, which would make sense if you're listening into this reading. But you do see this person as your divine counterpart. That you've got a soul contract with this person, but it's in the reverse, right? So which is why I'm feeling that there's been a lot of distance between the two of you. That you're not even certain if this person still has any feelings towards you as well. That's what I just heard, which means that time is a real factor here. I'm just hearing that the time's a real factor. And then we've got this card. So we've got the Queen of Coins as well. So the Queen of Coins is ultimately really what you wanted with this person. Right, so Queen of Coins is all around stability. It's around commitment, serious commitment, Queen of Coins. It's also a lot of things coming to fruition as well. So, all those seeds have been planted. You've done all the hard work, and you've then, which is what you wanted to do with this connection. You've kind of done all of the hard work, and then you come in and you basically just get to sit there as this beautiful queen and just look around you and see all of the abundance that's come through, which is where you're wanting to get to with this person. And I'm also hearing in life as well, but I just think that there's just some real blockers here. Like I said, like you just have been in hermiting, keeping yourself isolated, really starting to doubt this journey is what I'm hearing. So really starting to doubt the journey. But you're really wanting to move into this Queen of Cups energy. Oh, sorry, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups too, yes, but Queen of Coins. All right, I just want to get a couple more cards here. So we've got the Page of Swords. Like I said, this is all about truth. Truth's being revealed, somebody reaching out, or you're wanting somebody to reach out, waiting for it. These cards are being a little bit particular. All right, what have we got? So we had the chalices. So we've got the Five of Cups, right? So this is all around heartache, really. It's the chalice, or the Five of Cups. It's about deep regret as well. It's a really sad card. The fact that that's in the reverse means that you're wanting to come out of this sadness, right? Like you're sick of sitting in this deep regret, really sitting in this reverse hermit energy. You're wanting to come out of this, but you're wanting this truth to be revealed to you. You're wanting this masculine to come through, to ultimately bring you out of this Five of Cups energy. I'm being asked to remind you that you need to keep the faith when it comes to this connection, and when it comes to the journey. I think that you are very clued in on this journey and what this journey is about. I feel like you've been on this journey for quite some time, and so you understand how it ebbs and flows. I think that it's just at the moment, I think we just caught you in a bit of a valley is what I'm hearing. I just get this. I just heard that you don't always feel like this. It's just at the moment when you're hearing this message, you're really just starting to doubt at the moment. which means that it's another layer that you've got to get through. It's really around trusting the divine, trusting the connection that you've got, even when you're in separation. Even when you're in separation, understanding that those ties are still there between the two of you, and that ultimately, when the time is right, when you've both healed enough, when you're both in a position to be brought back into union, then you will be. But nobody knows when that is. You know, we get shown what our future will be with this person, but what that actually looks like, you know, we're showing that Queen of Cups energy, we're showing the commitment, you know, we're showing that, you know, all of our seeds, you know, germinating and you know, and that abundance then coming through. But when that happens, we don't know. It's only the divine that knows that, which I know is super frustrating. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but I was just told to remind you again, you need to be trusting in your team at the moment. And then we've got the Five of Wands that have come out again in the reverse. So, and it's interesting, this has come up under the Moon card as well. So this is about you trying to find healthier ways of communicating. Like I said, I think that this was one of the reasons why you guys separated, is around the fact that you do feel that things were kept in the dark from you, that you weren't, that you were sensing things that were going on in the background, that the truth never came through, but which caused a lot of conflict, which is what I was picking up on when we first split the deck. But you're trying to come out of those cycles. You're trying to heal this out. But this has been a blocker for you in the past, is your feistiness. I just heard your feistiness has been a blocker for you in the past, that, you know, that how you interact with people, which means you're probably the fire sign, I would imagine, but definitely in fire sign energy. This really has been a blocker for you in the past, but you're trying to find healthier ways, you know, even through all of this, you still understand what your shadow is, and you've really been trying to heal this out. So then we've got the Hermit in the reverse, and then we've got Judgment. All right, so Judgment is all around being called to your destiny, really. So being called to, I just hit the camera there. Being called to your mission work, right? So what do we need to be doing in this world? You know, Archangel Gabriel, you know, blows the trumpet, and he calls you into the path that you're supposed to be following in this world. So I think this is what you've been reflecting on very much, which is to be commended, because that's what we're supposed to be doing in these connections, is using the time and separation to really be focusing on this. And so, yeah, so I do think that you've been focusing on this, which, you know, and that this has been highlighted to you as what your destiny is, about what your mission work is in particular, and what path in life you should be taking. I don't think that this would have ever happened had you not been on this journey with this masculine. This would never have happened. So I think that you do know that. You look back at that, and I think you're thankful for this. It's just at the moment, I think you're just feeling very negative at the moment, and a very heavy feeling with this. So we'll try and get some really nice guiding messages for you as well. I will tap into the masculine. So we've got the Magician that's come through, which is all around manifestations and, you know, really tapping into your magicalness, you know, in order to bring through, you know, all of that hard work and everything you've been manifesting. But this is in the reverse with this connection. So, and this is also come through in this line here, right, which is all around, you know, you're not reaching out to people, you know, and keeping yourself in isolation. And then we've got the Hermit in reverse here, which is confirming that you feel that there's just real blockers here, and you're really starting to question this whole journey, is what I'm hearing. That due to the time that this has taken, that you're really just doubting at the moment, really doubting this connection. I was wondering if this was going to come up. So this is the Hanged Man. So another card of reflection is the Hanged Man, which is what you're reflecting on here at the moment. So this is ultimately the outcome that you're wanting, right? Is you do see this person as your divine counterpart. You know, you're really wanting that Queen of Wands outcome. Sorry, the Queen. I keep saying Queen of Wands in the upright. The Queen of Coins. You really want that Queen of Coins, that real grounding, that real commitment with this person. But then we've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the Hanged Man, but this is in the reverse. So the Hanged Man is also another card of reflection, of deciding which way to go, which way is forward. It always reminds me of really doing that inner child work, and then understanding what you are willing to accept and not accept from relationships. The fact that this is in the reverse means that you've done the work, so you're coming out of Hanged Man energy, that you do understand what you do and don't accept out of relationships, which is why I'm thinking that that's also the reason why you're doubting this journey, right? Because you're thinking, if this person was holding all of this information back for me, which I intuitively know, then why on earth would I be accepting this person back? Why on earth would this person actually be my divine counterpart? I think this is what you go in and out of. Why on earth would this person be my divine counterpart when all they've done is really just keep, secrets from me, that there was so much conflict? How on earth could this person be when I know that I'm no longer going to be accepting that from relationships? I'm no longer going to be accepting the Lovers in reverse energy anymore. That I really want that Queen of Coins, that Queen of Pentacles energy, and I'm not accepting anything else other than that. Divine masculine or not, I'm not going to be accepting less than I'm worth. Which is why you're coming and going out of this, actually believing this connection or not, and in this journey. I think you're asking yourself, what on earth was all of this for? But I'm being reminded again that all of this is because of this journey that you've been on, this healing journey, that you would not have been able to do the healing that you've done, to actually go inwards, because this person triggered this in you. They reflected back to you when you met this person. They reflected back to you all of those traumas that you need to heal out. And it just wouldn't have happened. You also wouldn't have been stepping into judgment, into your mission work, or understanding the path in life that you need to take as well. So that's a bit of heavy energy. Okay, what I'm going to do is I just want to get some love oracle cards as well. I just want to just confirm this energy around you as well. It's a very pink day today. So I just want to confirm this just around you. Straight away, we've got not today. All right, just going to split this deck here. Interesting that I would straight away go on clock, right? So it is taking time for this person. Like I said, you have really been struggling at the moment about the time that this is taking. And once again, I'm being reminded that this is all under divine timing, that nobody knows the timeline, and you just have to trust in the journey. And I know that sounds so frustrating. I know you don't want to hear it. We also had, on the other side, we had happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness. I think this is really where you're wanting to get to at the moment, but it's the time here that this is taken. All right, I will take all of these. So we've got, so not today, we've got Axe, so breakup, separation. Well, we know that, right? So you're not dealing, you're hurt. So we are really confirming your energy here at the moment. So not today, Axe, in separation, stop the planet, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. But then we've got these here as well. So I think that's very much confirming what we've been talking. But I like you, so someone likes you. Romance is blooming, fun, flirty, wanting to date. I don't think that you're fun and flirty, wanting to date. But I think that this is what you come and go out of. So you come and go out of, breakup, separation, not today, and then you go into, but I like you, and I'm you on this real roller coaster of this journey, which then brings us here, right? So a waiting message. So it doesn't surprise me that, given this energy, that you are waiting for a message to come through. So that's very much that the Page of Swords energy. Yeah, this is what you're waiting for. Is you're waiting for this truth to come through, and you're just going in and out of this, in and out of this journey. It's a real roller coaster for you at the moment. That Paradise card has come through again, which is, like I said, this is what you want, right? This is ultimately where you're wanting to go. So happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness. That's really what you're wanting. And then, of course, then we've got seduction, attraction, flirting, dating. I think that this is speaking to the connection between the two of you. I don't think that this person is very far from your mind. And also, though, speaking to this third party interaction, so not only is this seduction, since it's around you and this amazing connection that you and this person share, but it's also around that, right? And I've actually intuitively put that straight over the Axe, right? Because it's a third party interference, which is what I was picking up in your first deck. So really around third party interference, this person really made you feel like that you were not a priority, right? And yeah, you probably had intuition that there potentially was other third parties, maybe romantically. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantically, though. It could have been family, it could have been friends as well, could have been a work situation. It doesn't necessarily have to mean a third party romantically, but it could be. And then we've got receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closing issues. And this is what you're going in and out of, right? You want this paradise, but then, and you are hovering over the moment, but then you're like, no, I've had enough. I'm moving on. I'm maxing it out. I'm moving on, closure, Okay. All right. Okay. I think we've really summed up you and where you're heading at the moment. So let's try to break down your masculine. I want to bring in your masculine energy. And then I want to try and get some additional Whispers of Love Oracle deck for you as well. So I just want to try and give you some guiding messages here. So this could be a bit of a long reading, so bear with me here. We will just let the reading guide us. Let's just see where it goes. All right. So I'm just going to ring in your masculine's energy. So what's currently going on around here at the moment? I'm going to get the little black cards for that, if I can find them. Here they are. Okay. All right. Let's get these little black cards. I just want to see what is going on with this masculine to start with. Just overall ruling energy with your masculine. So what's really happening? So that's what you think is happening. What's really happening with this masculine? I'm going to be particular. if any cards are going to come out here. What's happening with this masculine? There we go. 2 more, please. All right. Okay, so look at this to start with, just to check in with your masculine and see what is going on. All right, so we've got coffin. Oh gosh, I think you guys are mirroring each other here very much. Look, we've got not today. Camera. Date. I think you might actually be a bit surprised here. We've got butterfly, and then we've also got hands of cards. All right. So I think you might be a bit surprised at this. I know that you've got this very heavy energy, that you're losing faith in this whole connection, but these are not bad cards, I'll be honest. So, okay, so I definitely think you're mirroring each other. So we've got coffin. So we've got new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. So he's going through his own transition period at the moment. He's going through his own healing journey, which means he's also activated to this journey as well. Whether you know that or not, he's activated to this journey. So he's currently going through his own shadow work, is what I'm hearing. So he's also going through new beginnings, that real transition phase, which is what this butterfly is about. I'm actually going to move this over here. Right, so the butterfly is all around, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child growth. All right, so this is also, so he's also going through a metamorphosis as well, healing that childhood trauma, which means that he will have been in avoidance for a very long time, which he understands as well, which is why there's been this separation between the two of you. And as we say that, right, so not dealing hurt, so avoiding a conversation, cold person, boundary, still angry. So yeah, so just confirming, so he is in avoidance with you. He has been avoiding you, as you know, which explains the distance between the two of you. But it's part of his shadow that he's been healing out, right, which he understands. So his fear of commitment, his fear of being tied down, his fear of moving to that next phase in a relationship, all of that is being healed out, right? So to the next phase, as I say it, which is why he's going through that butterfly phase, and why there's a coffin here. So I do hear that he is closing out karmic cycles as well. I've just heard that. But look, he's reminiscing, so he's thinking of you. So I think that I've clearly got photos of you, maybe even some video as well, but he's reminiscing. It's a real Six of Cups energy here. So he's really trying to learn from the past as well. But also he wants to make new memories with you, right? So, which then brings us here over to meeting someone new. So getting back out there, plans to date. I think this is what he's wanting to do with you. This is what he's reminiscing over. This is also, I'm just heard that he's scared that you're going to meet someone new as well, which is why you guys are mirroring each other. So I think that you're starting to doubt the connection, or you're going in and out, but potentially so is this masculine as well, right? He's also going in and out. So I've also been told to remind you as well that because in divine connections you do mirror each other, if you're doubting this connection, it flows through to him as well. So I know this is really hard to say, especially when you're feeling so in doubt about the connection, but it's so important to just work through that layer, and then just to keep faith, to think really positive. Because if you're in that really negative energy about the connection, that flows straight through to him as well. So he will also be mirroring that back. But he's definitely thinking about you and working to a shadow. I'm going to break this down a bit more. I'm going to get some other picture cards, because I just want to see what's going on with him. But then we've got hand of cards. So he's thinking about this. This is what he's going in and out of, right? So taking a chance, a risk, he's not showing his hand. So he's still concerned about coming through to you, which makes sense, given the healing work that I do believe he's going through. But let's actually break this down properly. So that's his overall energy at the moment. So I think he's very much reminiscing about you. And I think he's also going through his own shadow at the moment. So let's have a look. Let's see what's actually going on here. As I get this right deck for you. All right, so we'll get the Broken Mirror deck and we'll just break this down, this masculine, just to see what's actually going on here. Oh, we've got a tarot card that's gone in there. What's that about? We've got Scout of Earth. It's so random. So the Scout of Earth is... so in this particular deck that's just fallen in there, that's actually the Knight of Pentacles. So it means that he's on his way. He is on his way through to you, but it just takes time. Like, it is time. The Knight of Pentacles is a really slow moving energy, but when it comes in, it is really grounded. Like, he knows exactly what he wants, where he's going, and he's able to offer that commitment with you in order to then move into that Queen of Pentacles, right, which is what you're after. So I do believe there's an offer coming through to you, but it's just taken time. Very interesting that would come out. So it's just taking its time. So I've just heard this is a lesson in patience. You need to be patient. All right, so I'm just going to split this deck. I'm being told not to take those, to actually go through and just wait for the cards to come through. All right, what's currently going on with this masculine? Right, they're flying out at me, so they've clearly... All right, probably I'll take this card. Obviously, I won't take this one. All right, and just one more. Okay. So I said that this masculine is also going through on his own healing journey here. So let's see what's come through for him. So we've got unemployed, double life, intimacy, toxic people. Yes, so you guys are mirroring each other. And then we've got contemplation as well. So he is currently thinking about coming through to you at the moment. This is unsure. This is him going in and out. This is exactly what we're talking about. You're both doing this. So unsure, choices, decisions. You're coming in and out. So if you're coming in and out of believing in this, then so is your masculine as well. So the yes, no, do I, don't I reach out? But he really does want to. That's what I'm getting, is he really does want to reach out. But this is what he's dealing with at the moment, right? It's around toxic people, so addictions, bad advice, wrong crowd. I think he's going through a bit of a tower himself. I'm going to get a couple of tarot cards just to confirm as well. But I definitely think that he is going through some sort of a tower moment at the moment. So he's, like I said, he's dealing with shadow at the moment, with his own shadow. So he's looking at those karmic cycles that have been present in his life for so long. And this is what he's currently looking at. He's also trying to heal this out in order for him to come through to you like the Knight of Pentacles, right, with that grounded offer. But look here, we've got passion coming into union, chemistry, missing you. So you're definitely both. So we're just confirming that first deck is you're both in Six of Cups energy at the moment. Both of you are really thinking of each other. Also thinking about coming into union, missing you. You're both really missing each other at the moment. You are, as I said, you're mirroring each other. But then we've got the unemployed as well. So broke, fired, living beyond means. Like I said, I'm going to get a couple of tarot cards here, but I think that there's a lot going on in this masculine's life at the moment. He's really ripping away shadows here. And then we've got that double life again. So this is, so liar, deception in another relationship. This is that third party card. This is how he made you feel when you guys were together. This is what you probably had the intuition about. So confirming, all the way back to that first deck, is it he's very conscious of this. He understands this, and he knows this is part of his shadow. Also, that the living beyond the means. You guys probably fought about him over money. I'm just hearing that. I think that there were a lot of money issues. You might have even been the main breadwinner here. But his inability to manage money, I just heard that as well. For some of you, that might resonate. Was also a source of conflict here. And the fact that I think he was willing to let you pay for things as well, I think also led to a lot of conflicts between the two of you. And then we've just got around that he was a little bit deceitful here with you. So lie, deception in another relationship. I don't think that's him at the moment. I think this is him reflecting on the way that he made you feel when you guys were actually in the moment, which is then, and then of course into contemplation that we've spoken about as well. Does he come forward? Does he not? What's he doing? All right, let's get some tarot for this. I'm going to go back to this same deck again. I want to see really what's happening with this masculine. Let's really break this down. I said I feel this could be a bit of a longer reading here. It's way too many. All right, what's happening with this masculine? So we've got the death card. I've just put it straight on the death card, which is all around though that inner child healing that he's doing and closing out toxic relationships, these toxic people. Also confirming those little black cards as well. So very much new beginnings is happening, closing out karmic cycles. We've then got as well look, there we go, Six of Cups. You can't make this stuff up. The Six of Cups. So he's really reminiscing about you and about this relationship. Also heard that he's in deep regret as well. I just heard that, deep regret. There it is again. It's come out again. It's what really does want to come out. So toxic people, really closing out old cycles is what he's working on, which is why it's taken some time to come through to you, because he's had to close out these cycles. This is why these toxic people, I just heard very much around addictions as well. So he could actually be healing from addictions. Rehab could also be something here as well. Which is why he's taken time to come through to you, is because he's had some serious healing to be doing. I will take both of these. So we've got around just that intimacy. So we've got so that's the Ace of Cups, which is love offer, right? And that's come up straight under intimacy. All right, so there's still a lot of love here for you. He wants to come through with a love offer, but he's just been delayed at the moment. This is what's going on. He's going through a real death and rebirth at the moment, which means that it could still be a little bit of time before he will come back to you. I don't know if a decision has been made here yet, but he wants to come through to you. There's a lot of love here. And then we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse again. So that's that same energy coming back again. And it's come up under that unemployed card as well, just to confirm that, right? That's that real wounded feminine energy. It's a real jealous energy. Lack of action, quite immature. Yeah, this is all part of that shadow that he's trying to heal out before he comes through to you. If he is currently in this energy as well, like you're not really going to want him to come through to this, because he comes through in this energy, because he's not going to be able to offer you what you really need, which is that Queen of Coins, that Queen of Pentacles energy. You really want that grounding, that solid commitment, which if he's going through this, he wouldn't be able to offer you. And then you guys just repeat the same cycle again. So if you're not healed out when you come back into union again, then you just repeat the same cycles. All right, double life. And we've got the Two of Swords. So just confirming that then, right, around decisions, around not being able to see through to make the right decision. I think he really regrets the decision that was made here as well. So like I said, I think he did make you feel like a third party. There were untruths here. I think he's quite upset with the decision that he made in the end. I think he's really, really reflecting on this. And the fact that he was, that there were untruths told here, I think that this is really playing on his mind. All right, then we've got contemplation, just for your last card here. So then we've got the King of Cups, or the King of Cups in reverse. So the King of Cups is a very emotionally stable king. But then we've got it in the reverse. So it just means that he, at the moment, is going in and out of whether he can emotionally provide you the support that you need at the moment. Given everything that's going on at the moment in his life, can he actually be there to emotionally support you? Is what I think he's really unsure of. The King of Cups in the reverse is, he's just really not able to provide that, the emotional fulfillment, that you need. It's also, the sort of the card of heartbreak as well. There's a lot of just emotional turmoil going on in this masculine's life, is what I'm hearing. A lot of emotional turmoil. So just not sure if he's in the position where he will be able to offer you that Queen of Pentacles energy, which is what you need. But this is what he's all contemplating about. Is he emotionally stable enough to come through to you? This is what he's thinking. He does want to come through to you. Like, look at this. You've got that real love offer. He does want to. It's just whether he's in a place at the moment in his life where he can. But he's definitely contemplating everything at the moment. All right, so what I want to do then is I then want to get next steps. I just want to get next steps. Actually, I don't know if we need to get next steps for you. Because at the moment, this masculine, he really has to be, he's in real contemplation at the moment. So I don't think, as we've confirmed, so I don't know if a decision has been made, which is probably what you're feeling as well. What I want to get is how this masculine is feeling about this connection. How is this masculine feeling about this connection? I might just finish off with a couple of these, because I just want to then confirm for you how he's feeling. Like we know that he wants to offer you, a love offer, right? We know that. But I just want to get just a couple more of these oracle cards and just to confirm, just to see what's around this masculine, how he's feeling. We know he's currently trying to close out cycles. So let's just get a couple. Oof, these cards are really large, so bear with me. So they're also guiding messages, right? So I just want to see just what's around you. Guiding messages, how does this masculine feel? Just one more, please. Oh, as I just knocked off the tarot deck, tower. Tower deck. Tower deck? Tower moment. Tower moment. You probably just heard that. But these are the three we've got here. So we've got the number 12, the number 11, and the number 10. Oh, did that just happen? No, the 13, I should say. So you must be seeing a lot of descending, is that the right word? Descending numbers at the moment. So 11, anyway, you know what? So 13, 12, 10. Just for angel numbers that you're seeing as well. These also could be really important numbers to you as well. So 10 is all around the closing out of cycles as well. So you could be seeing a lot of 10s. But let's have a look at this. So this card came out first. So let's just have a look at this one. This says, have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. So I think both of you are trying to have faith at the moment. But let's get the guidebook for this. If I can find it. Yes, there it is. All right, I thought I might have to put you on pause, but I don't. All right, so just the guidebook here. So number 12. All right, so it just says here, so when we honestly believe things will work out, this is so funny when we were talking about you having to have faith in this connection, faith in what's going on. I think this is for both of you. So when we honestly believe things will work out, our faith will confidently see us through. The angels are with you, and divine support is something you can have complete faith in. Simple truths will give you the answers you were looking for. Love is an act of faith. It can be challenging to move forward when you aren't sure what the outcome will be. Stay present with whatever is in front of you right now. Your competence and ability may provide the calm and confidence you need to keep going. You may have doubts or fear when you take a step forward or make a decision, but faith gives you the courage to continue. Even setbacks can impart valuable knowledge, experience, and positivities. So magic that card would come out, considering your current energy and what we've been talking about. So just your team really reminding you to just have faith. You need to trust in this connection. And the same for your masculine as well. He also needs to be trusting. Also drawn to these butterflies here as well. So the butterflies came out in his deck. They're also that real transformation card. So, so have faith. Such a beautiful message. And just confirming what we've been talking about. So then we've got miracles and blessings. Number 13, everything has its own gift. Just straight over the page. So you drew this card because there are many miracles happening in your life right now. The angels are asking you to look at how things are. Look again. You will find that your life is filled with miracles and blessings. Reflect on who you are and your journey to this point. Recognize and accept the blessings that have occurred in your life. Situations are not ideal, have brought their own gifts and lessons. Your existence began with the spark of a miracle. Continual blessings and miracles continue to show up in the smallest of ways. Be willing to receive these gifts. That is really magical. So once again, you're just being reminded to really take stock of the journey that you've been on. Like I said, I think you're just going in and out. You've been on this journey for a while, and I think you understand the ebbs and flows of this journey. But just a reminder of this amazing healing work that you've done, to not be very hard on yourself. I just had you being really hard on yourself at the moment, really just doubting everything, being really hard on yourself. So don't be hard on yourself, be kind, and really look back and really take stock of the amazing work that you've done on this journey. It's just what I'm hearing. Have faith and remember the work that you've done. And then lastly, we've got treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. All right, so the number 10. So you have a group of people that love and support you. Oh, this is, you were in reverse hermit. So this is very magic, right? So in isolation, so reverse hermit energy, so isolation. So you have a group of people that love and support you. Cherish all these people, whether a special partner, your family, or your friends. The angels are prompting you to reach out to your loved ones and ensure you show them love. It is all too easy to become involved within your own life. Ensure you spend time with those who are significant to you. This is a reminder to tell or show the people in your life that you treasure them. Let them know they matter. So, very interesting that this would come out. So, yeah, I think that that's pretty self-explanatory. As you have been, confirming, that, the hermit in reverse, a real isolation energy. You're just being told, which is frustrating, and I know it. It's easy to do when you're feeling so negative about the whole situation, but really have faith. This is what your team is telling you. Have faith. Remember this amazing journey that you've been on, and that you do have networks around you as well. You do have an amazing network of friends and family who are there to support you. You don't have to do this completely on your own. I'm just hearing that you can be maybe a little bit of a lone wolf, but you don't have to be. You do have amazing friends and family around you. You don't have to sit in isolation. That's what I just heard. Oh, very good. All right. That was actually a beautiful reading. I know that you're really frustrated at the moment and you're really doubting the journey, but I'm just being told to remind you again that everything has to happen for a reason. Everything is in divine timing, and you just have to keep positive. I know that's irritating to hear, but look at everything that you have accomplished in your journey, how far you've come. Also, your mission work as well. Just remember that. You should be really proud of yourself. And this masculine will come through. He's just got a bit of messiness going on at the moment. He's got some karmic cycles that he's got to heal out first before coming through, which is what you want, because you want him coming through properly. All right. Thank you, my beautiful collective. If you have made it through to the end here, then I would ask that you like and subscribe to this channel. Not only does that help me, but it also helps these messages get out to those that need to hear them. So it'd be really lovely if you could support in that way. But that is really it for today. So until the next reading, I'll see you soon.